what we discussed? We discussed about the shaft subjected to um fluctuating loadings. So this is today's topic is shaft subjected to axial loading in addition to combination of torsion and bending. This theory already we discussed in the before this your remedial classes. Again, I am explaining this one. So here, um, before this, I want to show one animation video. Animation video. See this one. No need of voice. Just see the how it is working. So while rotating this propeller shaft, fluid is going to act in this direction. Okay. So in such situations, the propeller shaft, this propeller shaft is subjected to, because of continuous rotation, it is subjected to torsion, and because it is located uh, between the bearings and it is attached to the engine by belt drive, so because of that reason it is subjected to bending moment. Okay. And because of continuous rotation of this propeller, the shaft is subjected to axial load direction. In the load is applied in a tensile or compressive, both tensile or compressive in axial manner. So such situations we are discussing today. That is shaft subjected to axial load in addition to combination of torsion and bending. So in this because of bending, this one you already discussed based by taking the bending moment equation. By taking the bending moment equation, we got the bending stress. This is for the solid, this is for the hollow shafts. Okay. In same now, this is a bending stress solid shaft, this is bending stress for the hollow shaft. Now, because of in addition, here axial load is applying. So, final, what is the total resultant stress? The resultant stress is the uh, this is the bending stress and this is the axial stress. We are adding these two, we will get the resultant bending stress. Sorry, not resultant bending stress, resultant tensile or compressive for the shaft. So this is the one, this equation for the solid shaft, this equation for the hollow shaft. Okay. Now, in case the shafts are having the very lengthy, at that time there is a chance of buckling of the shaft. So because of that reason, one column factor we need to consider. That column factor is, this is the equation. That column factor is alpha. So what is that? The column factor alpha, this is the equation. Alpha is equal to 1 by 1 minus 1 minus 0.0044 L by K. This equation alpha is equal to this equation we have to use when the L by K ratio, this L by K ratio is less than 115. Okay. If the L by K ratio is exceeding the 115, L by K ratio is exceeding the 115, the alpha column factor we need to consider this one. Okay. So where C is the Euler's formula for the this factor. So based on the conditions, end conditions means both ends of the shaft is hinged support, both ends of the shaft is fixed ends. For one end, that is for end that are partially resistance, partially means one end is hinged, one end is fixed, like that. Such situations when you are find in question, the C value we need to take. Okay. So see here, column factor, this one we need to use while solving the problem. When we have to select this equation we have to select when the L by K ratio is one less than 1.115. When the L by K ratio is exceeding the 115, this equation we need to take. Now what is K here? K is the radius of gyration. K is the radius of gyration. This equation, note down your notes as K equals square root of I by A. So what is the units of radius of gyration? Meters. How it is? Moment of inertia meter power 4 by area meter square. So meter square gets cancelled. So finally meter is remains. Okay. So that is the radius of gyration. L is nothing but length of the shaft. E is nothing but Young's modulus, Newton per mm square. Okay. So this equation is going to use. Now, according to the shear stress theory, equivalent torque equal this equation square root of factor that factor in what that factor impact fatigue factor for the bending moment into bending moment plus this is a uh, equation. This is the equation that is just now we discussed column factor and kt is the impact factor for the when it is subject to torque and this is a resultant torque. So equivalent torque te equal this is the equation where te is nothing but 16 into sigma s into dq. Okay, so this is the equation based on the maximum shear stress theory. Maximum shear stress theory. Okay, now this is the second equation. This is the second equation as per maximum principal stress theory. Principal stress theory. So where me means equivalent bending moment that is pi by 32 into sigma b into dq. Okay, so in the question there may be chances to ask determine the size of the shaft. Otherwise, in question there may be chances to ask what is the stress generating inside according to the given diameter. Okay, now here it may be noted that for the solid shaft k as a 0, k as a 0, d not equal to d when the shaft carries no axial load, f is a 0, it means axial load is 0, and when the shaft carries axial tensile load then alpha as a 1, alpha as a 1. These parts you need to remember. Okay, now this is the problems yesterday we discussed. This is the fourth case, fluctuating loads. Now this is a case, this is the case addition to axial loading. Axial loading. Okay, so after this we have only last two topics based on rigidity criteria, lateral rigidity, torsional rigidity. If we complete these two cases, the design of shaft topic is going to over. Okay, now based on the fifth case, see that the hollow shaft is subjected to maximum torque of a hollow shaft. First write down given data. A hollow shaft is subjected to maximum torque. So maximum torque is given 1.5 kilonewton meter. So convert into Newton meter, 1.5 into 10 power 3 Newton meter. And maximum bending moment. So bending moment also is given in the question, 3 kilonewton meter. So convert it into Newton meter, 3 into 10 power 3 Newton meter. It is subjected at the same time, it is subjected at the same time an axial load of 10 kilonewtons. Axial load, F axial, F is a force, axial load is 10 kilonewtons. So that is 10 into 10 power 3 newtons. Assume that load applied gradually. See here, the statement, statement is given here. The load applied gradually. The statement is very important. Okay, gradually, and the ratio of inner to outer diameter. The ratio of inner diameter to outer diameter is 0.5. If the outer diameter of the shaft is 80 mm, find the shear stress. Question is asking find the shear stress. So before solving the problem, first identification of the question is very important. The given question belongs to which category? That is the question. I'm repeating this statement always. Identification of the problem is very important. Okay. So first identify the given question belongs to which topic. In design of shaft, we have the six topics. Shaft is subjected to pure torsion, pure bending, a combination of torsion and bending. In addition to combination of bending, axial and lateral rigidity, torsional rigidity. Six topics are there. Among the six topics, the given question is belongs to which one? So it means read the question first properly. Here, the question is given T parameter, M parameter. It means by seeing these two, we can conclude one thing. This is the problem given belongs to combination of torsion and bending. And additional parameter is given F axial. F axial parameter is given, that is 10 kilonewtons. So by seeing this statement, we can also consider here, that is the given problem is belongs to, in addition to combination of torsion and bending, it is subject to axial loading. Okay, so like that we have to conclude. It means this is the fourth case of problem. Okay, now after this we need to select the equations. We need to select the equations. Which equation is suitable for this problem to solve the problem? This one. So which equation means we have two theories in design of shaft. One is the maximum principal stress theory, maximum principal, maximum principal stress theory. Second one is the maximum shear stress theory. Between these two, which theory is suitable to solve this problem? So in maximum principal stress theory, you will find the bending stress. In maximum principal stress theory, you will find the bending stress. In maximum shear stress, you will find the shear stress. Okay, so here shear stress is appearing in the question. Question itself asking what is the shear stress in the shaft. Find the shear stress induced in the shaft. The question itself asking. But in question, the sigma b value is not appearing. So that reason, this first one is not suitable for this question. The second theory is best suited for the solving this problem. What is that equation? Go to the equation here. So see this equation, equivalent to torque Te equal, this equation we need to write to solve the problem. Km into m plus alpha into f into d naught into 1 plus k square by 8 into whole square plus kt into t whole square. This equation. So I am writing the equation. So I'm writing the equation. Equivalent torque Te equal square root of square root of km into capital M plus alpha into f into outer diameter into 1 plus k square by 8 whole square plus kt in kt into capital T whole square. So this equation is suitable for this problem. Okay. What is m? M is given in the question 3 into 10 to the power of cube into cube Newton meter. T value also is given 1.5 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton meter. Km value, Kt value, why I written here? Because here the question equation, if you see the problem, applied, the load is applied gradually. The load is applied gradually. So that reason Km, Kt here taken. Okay. Now what is Km? What is Kt? What is the values? I means what is the values of Km, Kt? So to take this value of Km, Kt, again we need to go to the table. This table you need to remember, Babu. So this table. So here Km, Kt. First read the question properly. The question is the shaft is transmitting the power. Okay. So that is nothing but it is rotating. In rotating, again three cases are there: gradually applied, suddenly applied load, and suddenly apply load for the heavy shocks. So among the three, which one we need to select? Here gradually question is mentioning gradually applied load. So for that reason, Km value 1.5, Kt as a 1. Km value as a Km as a 1.5, Kt as a 1. Okay. And F value is given in the question. Alpha value how much? Alpha value how much? See here, just now I've shown in the theory part. See here in note alpha value is taken here as a 1. When it is taking as a 1, the shaft carrying axial tensile load alpha is equal to 1. Okay. So when such situations you find, then you directly you can take alpha as a 1. Okay. Otherwise alpha also we can take from these equations: 1 by 1 minus 0.0044 into L by K. Otherwise sigma y into L by K whole square into C into pi square into E. So which equation we have to select? So between these two, whichever the L by K value is having the less than 115, that then we have to select the first equation. If it is exceeding 115, then we have to select this equation. Here, while calculating the L by K, to calculate L by K, we need the length of the shaft we need, and radius of gyration of the shaft we need. These two parameters we need. But in question, to calculate L by K, we don't have sufficient parameters here. To calculate, so alpha, to calculate alpha, we need L by K ratio. So L by K ratio means L is the length of the shaft, K is the radius of gyration. So length of the shaft is not given in the question, and radius of gyration is nothing but square root of I by m. I by a. So moment of inertia is not given. Area we can calculate, that is pi by 4 into d naught square minus di square. But I by value not given. So for that reason, alpha value we are directly taking as a 1, because question is given. Okay, question is given axial load. So because of axial load, in the statement in the theory part we have one relation. Whenever the axial load you will find, so alpha as a we have to take 1. Okay. And d naught value is given in the question, outer diameter is given. Okay. And k is the ratio of diameter, so k value is given in the question, di by d naught as a 0.5. Substitute the all values in this equation. Te equal T equal Km as a 1.5, 1.5 into M value how much given? 3 into 10 to the power of 3 plus alpha as a 1, F as a 10 into 10 to the power of 3 into outer diameter how much given? Outer diameter as a 80 mm. Outer diameter is 80 mm. So 80 mm means we need to write in terms of meters because torque is what is the units of the torque? Newton meter. What is the units of this torque? Newton meter. So that reason we are substituting the values all in terms of Newton meters, not Newton meter, in terms of meters. So 80 mm means what is the units here? 0.08 meters. 0.08 meters. So here write 0.08 meters and 1 plus ratio is given in the question 0.5 square by 8 whole square plus kt is 1 and t is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 3 whole square under root. Now tell me the te value. Tell me the te value in terms of Newton meter. Make it fast, Babu. Tell me the te value. Tell me the te value. What is te value? Roll number 79. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is te?
Calculating, sir. 1 minute.
Okay. Roll number 87. Are you there? Syed Hamid Ali. He is not there. Hamid Babu, are you there? Roll number 320. Are you there? Roll number 320. 4862. Somebody given the answer 4862. Very good. Roll number 006 given. Very good. I'm expecting the answers from all students. Only one person given answer. I'm expecting the answer from all students, not particular few students. Balaji Singh given 4957. Balaji Singh rectify your answer. It should be, it is 4862. Roll number 13 is given answer 313. Very good. I'm expecting the answer from all students, Babu. Harshita, are you doing? Harshita, Atif Babu, are you there? Atif, roll number 3. I think he is not attending the classes. Kabir Babu, are you there? Kabir, he is also not there. Roll number 30306.
Sir, sir,
What is the TE value? What is TE value? 306. Roll number 94.
yes, sir, calculating, sir. You just change the slide. I was in between, sir.
Okay, okay. Just wait. Make it fast. Make it fast, Babu. We don't have time. What is TE? Somebody is given the answer. Pending either guy. Rule number 6 is given 4862. 4862.162 Newton meter. Okay. Now the question is asking what is maximum permissible shear stress induced in the shaft. So to calculate the permissible shear stress, what is TE here? Equivalent to torque, that is pi by 16 into sigma s into d cube. So in this equation you can find the sigma s value that is asking in the question. Okay. Now write here. I am writing here pi by 16 into sigma s into d cube equal 4862.162. D value is given in the question 80 mm, that you need to convert into meters. Okay. Sigma s equal 4862.162 by pi into 0.08 cube here into 16. Now tell me the sigma s value. Make it fast. Those who are unable to speak, you can put a message in a chat box.
Twenty-four thousand seven 62.
What shear stress? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Not 24,000. Check again where you did mistake. Balaji Singh, check the procedure where you did the mistake. It is not 24,000. Make it fast, Babu.
So 48389351.1.
Nine 933993.
Sir, 48389351.1.
Wait. Please tell me again. Repeat again. 48. Repeat again, Babu.
48389351.1.
So what is the units? Um, it should not like this, Babu. Okay.
Sir, hollow shaft.
Uh,
Hollow shaft.
then what happened? Hollow shaft.
Two dias there, no, sir.
Then here in the equation, okay. take the outer diameter. Take it as a outer diameter. Newton per meter square. So if you change this decimal here, 1, 2, 3 here, so that is 48.38. How much mega Newton mega Newton per meter square? That is sigma s. Okay, this is the answer. Is it clear, Babu? Any doubts regarding this problem? You can ask the doubts. Otherwise, we'll move to next problem. Shall we move to next problem?
So it is hollow shaft, no sir. It already the inner diameter and outer diameter ratio is given, no sir. Relation between
So see here,
between.
this relation inner to outer are going to be we are going to use here. Now, while defining the particularly this equivalent torque transmitted means this equivalent torque is defined by the total whole shaft, total product, not in a inner and outside. Total torque transmitted by the shaft. So total torque transmitted by the shaft is nothing but with respect to outer diameter only we can define, not from the inner diameter. It means when you are attaching to the one body to next body with the help of outer diameter only we are going to attaching to the next part by belt drive or gear drives. Okay, so that reason equivalent we are taking as a outer diameter. Okay, any doubts, Babu? Take a screenshot or make a copy in your notes, and I'm going to move to next problem. This is the question. A hollow shaft of two different diameters given 0.5 meters outer and 3 is a inside diameter is used to drive a propeller of marine vessel. So first write the given data. Given data. Hollow shaft outer diameter d naught as 0.5 meters. Inner diameter di is 0.3 meters. Propeller shaft of marine vessel. The shaft is mounted on a bearings. The shaft is mounted on a bearings. So this is a marine shaft mounted on a bearings. This is the bearings. Bearings 6 meters apart means the difference between the distance between these bearings are 6 meters. That is length of the shaft is given 6 meters and it is transmitting the power P equal 5600 kilowatts. That is 5600 into 10 to the power of 3 watts at a speed of RPM. Maximum axial here maximum axial propeller thrust nothing but axial load is 500 kilonewtons given in the question. Axial load is 500 kilonewtons, that is 500 into 10 to the power of 3 newtons, and shaft weight is given. Load of the shaft is 70 kilonewtons, that is 70 into 10 to the power of 3 newtons. Load of the shaft. Okay, determine first one maximum shear stress developed in the shaft, that is sigma is equal to how much. And second question is The second question is angle of twist between the bearings. Angle of twist between the bearings, how much? So this is the question. Okay. So to calculate the first question, see here. Before calculating solving the problem, first we need to identify the given problem. The question belongs to which category. So see here, based on the given question, uh, the shaft is hollow shaft, outer diameter, inner diameter, drives a propeller marine vessel. Propeller marine vessel means like this is the one. Okay, this is a marine propeller because of continue. It is transmitting the power. It is subjecting to torque, and because it is supporting two bearings, and it is attached to the gearbox by through the belt drive. The belt drive. Okay, so that reason it is subjected to bending moment, and because of continuous rotation the propeller is going to rotate, and because of continuous rotation the shaft is subjected to axial load. Axial load. So see here three parameters appearing here: T, capital M, F, axial. It means this is the problem belongs to, in addition to combination of torsion and bending, it is subjected to axial load. Okay, this is the fourth category. So in this fourth category, which equation we need to select again? See the question here. What is asking? Maximum shear stress is how much? It means according to the as per shear stress theory, we need to select. As per shear stress theory, we can solve the problem. Okay. So what is shear stress theory? TE equal. What is shear stress theory? TE equal square root of Km into M plus F into, sorry, alpha into F into D naught into 1 plus K square by 8 whole square plus kt into t whole square. So this equation is suitable to solve this problem. Okay, like this you need to identify the which topic and identify the which equation suitable for the solving the problem. So where te equal pi by 16 into sigma s into d naught. So here you can find the sigma s that is asking in the question. Okay, so first one by one, what to solve this equation, what are the parameters required? The parameters one by one we are calculating now. So to solve this equation, first we need the km value. Km value we need to select. So km value how much, Babu? Here km value, anybody can expect what is km? Km how much? Km kt. So otherwise I will show the table. Tell me the km kt values. Now see the table, which values are suitable for that problem. Km value, kt value. Km how much should I select? Kt should I select? Which one? Km value we need to say as a 1.5, kt as a 1. Why? Because the shaft is transmitting the power, nothing but it is rotating condition. That is second case. Now it is in a marine shaft. There is no particularly there is wait, I'm showing. Particularly the question is not mentioned whether it is impact and heavy or not. Question is not mentioned anything. So that reason gradually apply load I'm considering. When the question is not mentioned any particular criteria, so at that reason we need to select the first case, that is a gradually applied load. So for that reason km value I'm taking as a 1.5, kt value I'm taking as a 1. Okay, now m value how much? M value we need to calculate separately. M value, what is the M value here? See, this is the case. Suppose this is the case of simply supported beam. Simply supported beams here. This is a simply supported beam, okay, and carrying the 1 point load. 1 point load at the middle. Consider 1 point load is carrying at the middle. So what is the bending moment equation here for this case? Bending moment equation WL by 4 for this case. It means this figure is similarly appearing as this case. Simply supported beam, point load, concentrated load carrying at the mid of the beam. So for that reason, I'm taking the bending moment as a WL by 4. So W value is given here. How much W value? W value how much? The shaft weight. Okay, oh, wait, Babu. Here, not point load, uniformly distributed load we need to consider here. Not point load, uniformly distributed load, because here not particularly mentioned where the belt is attached here. In question, where the belt is attached to the gearbox, not particularly mentioned. So its self weight is only given. Shaft weight is a 70 kilonewton. Okay, so for that reason, here shaft weight I'm considering as a UDL, uniformly distributed load. At this time, the bending moment equation. What is the bending moment equation for this case? What is bending moment equation? Anybody? Anybody, Babu?
W by 8.
W, very good. WL square by 8. So W value as a 70 into 10 to the power of 3. L value is given in the question. How much L value? 6 meters. 6 square by 8. So now tell me what is M value? W value 17 to 20 to the power of 3. L as a 6 square by 8. What is M value? Tell me the M value in terms of Newton meter. Why Newton meter? The load is given in newtons. We are calculating the length in terms of meter. So that reason Newton meter. So tell me the M value. Make it fast, Bob. What is M value? Everything written on the screen. Just you need to substitute the values in calculators and get the answers.
3,15,000.
3,15,000. Why you getting the so much? Verify again.
So WL square by 8, no, sir.
Yeah.
So it's 52,500.
52,500. Very good. Okay. So this is the M value we got. And what parameters require? Alpha parameter we require. Alpha parameter we need to take as a 1 when the L here. To calculate the L alpha value, alpha is always depending on the L by K ratio. When the L value, when the K value we don't know, we can take as a alpha 1. But here question is mentioning L value and K value also we need to separately calculate. Okay. So L value to calculate alpha value is depending on the L by K ratio. Okay. So L value is given in the question 6 meters. K value we don't know. Okay. To calculate K value, the equation is I by A square root of. So what is I here? I is nothing but pi by 64 into d to the power of 4. I value is nothing but pi by 64 into d to the power of 4. Okay. This is the equation for the solid shaft. Shaft of solid. Solid shaft. Now the question is hollow shaft. So when the hollow shaft is given, the equation is pi by 64 into d naught power 4 minus di power 4, isn't it? Now k value, tell me the k value, square root of pi by 64 into d naught power score d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by area. Area is pi by 4 into d naught square minus di square. So tell me the k value. D naught value is given in the question as a 0.5 meters. D naught as a 0.5 meters. Di as a 0.3 meters. Okay. Just you need to substitute the values in calculator. Tell me the k value. Tell me the k value. What is k?
0.145 meters.
0.145. Very good. 0.145 meters. Now L by K we need to calculate. So L by K equal L value 6 meters given 0.145. Now tell me the what is this value? 6 by 0.145. 0.145.
41.15.
Very good. 41.15. Okay. Now in theory part while I'm explaining, alpha values, two equations are there. Two equations are there. First equation is 1 by 1 minus 0.0044 into L by K. Second value is some lengthy equation is there. Okay. So which equation between these two equations, which equation we need to select? It means first see the L by K ratio. If L by K ratio is not exceeding means less than the 115, then the first equation we need to select. If it is exceeding the 115, then second equation we need to select. So this 41.15 is not exceeding the 115. So that reason the first equation is enough for the solve the problem. Okay. So alpha is equal 1 by 0.0014 L by K. L by K. Okay. Now tell me the alpha value. L value we know, K value just we calculated here 41.15. Substitute here. Tell me the alpha value. First, what is alpha? Make it fast, Babu. 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 0.0044 into L by K.
1.22.
Very good. 1.22. Alpha value we got. And see in this equation, Km, M, alpha, F value we calculated, D naught value is given. Yes. Yes, Babu.
Sir, M
I can't hear you. Your voice, Babu. Okay. Km value we calculated, M value we calculated, alpha value just now we calculated, F value is given in the question, D naught value given in the question, K is a ratios of diameter. K is a ratios of diameter. Small k is equal to D naught by Di, 0.5 by 0.3. Ratios of diameter 0.5 by 0.3. How much K value? Not D naught, sorry, Di by D naught. 0.3 by 0.5. Ratios of diameter, the value is 0.6. Now K value also we calculated, and T value we need. KT value also we calculated. T value we need.
the value of M is 31,500, sir. 31,000. No, sir. 315,000, sir.
Which one?
M value, sir.
M value,
Yes, sir.
how much? 31
315,000.
triple zero Newton meter. Okay. Okay. Now T value we need. So power equation from the power equation P is equal to pi T by 60. So now tell me the T value. P power value how much given in the question? Power as power how much given? 500. Power 5,600. 5,600 into 10 to the power of 3 into 60 by 2 into pi into n. N value how much given in the question? N value is given in the question 150 rpm. Now tell me the T value in Newton meter. Make it fast.
356.507 Newton meter.
356.50
50.
Newton meter. Okay. So in this equation, every parameter km, m, alpha, f, d naught, k, kt, t, everything we calculated. Only the thing is we need to substitute. After substituting this value, we will get the this total whole product value. Whole product value. Okay. After getting this value, substitute in this equation here as a pi by 16 into sigma s into d cube is equal to this answer. Then you will get the sigma s value. Tell me that sigma s value. Substitute the all values in that equation, get the answer, and equal to the pi by 4 into pi by 16 into sigma s into d cube, and then tell me the sigma s value in terms of megapascals. Tell me the answer in terms of megapascal. Okay. Tell me the answer tomorrow. And one more problem is there in this. What is that? Angle of twist between the bearings. Angle of twist between the two bearings is from the torsion equation T by J equal C theta by L. With this equation, L theta value we can calculate, that is T into L by Cj. Okay. Torque value just now we calculated how much that one? 356.50. 356.50. Length of the shaft is given 6 meters. Here, modulus of rigidity is not given. At the beginning of the unit, this topic, I told one thing. Permissible limits value you need to remember. So for this shaft, C value is 84. C value is 84. Okay. And J value. J value how much? J is the polar momentum of inertia. J is the polar momentum of inertia. What is the J value? J equation pi by 32 into for the circular hollow portion pi by 32 into d naught power 4 minus di power 4. D naught power 4 minus di power 4. D naught value as a 0.5, di value as a 0.3. Okay. Substitute the all values. You will get the answer theta in terms of radians. You will get the answer in terms of radians. Then convert it into degrees as a 180 by pi. Then you will get the answer in terms of degrees. So tomorrow, tell me the answers of this first question and second question. What is the first question? Sigma s value how much? And theta how much? These two answers I'm expecting tomorrow. Everything is written on the screen. Okay. After substituting all this value, we'll get the answer in terms of radians. You multiply with this to this answer. You multiply to this answer with the pi by 180. You will get the answer in terms of degrees. Okay.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the value of G modulus of rigidity is in megapascals or Newton per meter square, sir?
Megapascals.
Okay, sir.
Wait, I'm taking the attendance. Attendance is very poor, Babu. Your wish, if you are not listening in the classes, you can't understand this DME, particularly DME subject, because a lot of equations are there, lot of things you have to do. If you are absenting the classes means you people only loss.